Hello，大家好，好高興嚟到 CC 嘅 channel。咁陣間咧，我會放一條片咧，就係我哋訪問一位本地嘅葡萄牙嘅辯護律師。咁咧就我好慶幸咧，就可以揾到呢個辯護律師啦，就傾下咧最近嘅喺葡萄牙發生嘅罪案啊。咁希望咧大家都對於葡萄牙有啲新聞咧有興趣啦，想知道咧究竟佢哋係點樣辦案啦喺葡萄牙，或者係點樣個控訴嘅程序嘅。咁好有意啦，我哋就去片。
Hello，大家好，好歡迎嚟到 CC 嘅 channel 啊！咁咧今日咧我哋好高興咧就請到一位辯方律師喎。咁咧你都知道咧，我哋最近咧喺度 cover 有好多唔同嘅案件啦，尤其是喺香港嘅案件啦，亦都開始咧我哋嘅頻道咧就講香港嘅新聞啊，同埋葡萄牙嘅新聞。咁咧我哋好高興咧就識到呢位辯方律師，咁咧佢係辯解咗一個咧葡萄牙好轟動嘅一個 case。呢位先生咧就叫做 Ricardo。咁 I'm so happy that you're here and really nice to see you. Ricardo, let me just tell them about the case that you've been covering. This really well-known case we want to talk about today. Ricardo 律師先生咧，其實咧 cover 咗好多出名嘅 case 嘅，咁但係今日咧我哋想講關於一個咧三項鐵人咧叫 Luis Grilo， 咁咧係好轟動葡萄牙一個嘅新聞啦。咁佢係一位踩單車嘅鐵人啦嚇，非常之 fit 嘅50歲嘅先生咧被謀殺嘅。咁啊 Ricardo 係一個辯方律師啦，佢死者嘅So can we tell little bit about what happened in the story of it?
Yeah.
So for me.
Okay. We have this case, the story is very simple. We have a couple.
Yeah.
They live just like married perhaps 20 years. Mm-hmm. The lady called Mr. Rosa Grilo, and the husband Mr. Luis Grilo. 3 years ago, the lady went to the cops and said, "My husband disappeared. He took the bicycle and ran away." And after 1 or 2 weeks, in Portugal, all the television start to make announcements to someone to find this guy, Mr. Luis Grilo. And 1 month later, they were arrested, Mr. Rosa and my client, Mr. Antonio.
It's because they found the body?
No, not only the body. They found the body in probably 150 kilometers from here, from Lisbon. It was in the hood. Cops knew that Mr. Rosa and my client, they were lovers. It was one of the reasons that the cops believe that they make this crime.
Did they find evidence from the phone records?
Yeah, they have several the phone records. Us to defend Mr. Antonio, it was very important to recognize it was a little kind of immoral because he was the lover.
Right.
But it's not the only thing to condemn someone. You see, to say this he is guilty. So we start to understand the phone calls, all the stuff. They make a travel 1 month before they were arrested. After the Mr. Luis Grilo announced that he was disappeared. And it was a case that all the Portuguese, I think is probably we can say that all the people
very well-known case.
Yeah, very well known, and all the people. It was a case that it was very important here because the people start to speak the problems of this case. One couple, they are lovers, and probably for all the people they are guilty. And then when we start to study the case, and when the trial began, and 1 year ago, it was very hard for us, because in the first court, we showed that it's not possible to declare our client guilty. You see, so the first decision.
So your client really denied he has anything to do with it?
We believe that he didn't do.
You believe that he's
Yeah,
innocent?
of course. He was arrested, I think, 12 months in jail.
Yeah, it's okay.
Then he put in freedom. Mr. Rosa, it was condemned to 25 years in jail. Our client was not guilty. And then the prosecutor make one appeal to the higher court, and the higher court changed the decision and sentenced our client to 25 years too. And now we have another appeal to the Supreme Court, and we are discussing the decision of the second court, because we believe that our client is not guilty, and we believe that he will, in the ending, he will be not guilty.
Acquitted.
Yeah.
So you're confident that he may be acquitted?
Yeah, we are confident because all the proofs that they are in the process, and we work very hard with. It was 12 persons working all days in that case, and this is not the case of someone. A lawyer say, "Yeah, I believe in my client." It's not only this case.
You have evidence.
Yeah, we have evidence. We show to all the people in the court that it's impossible. It was Mr. Antonio shooting that gun.
So let's talk about how did the victim Luis Grilo died.
Yeah.
How did they discover the body? First of all.
Yeah, the body was discovered in the wood. Yes, decomposed. And the cops discover a bullet in the head, and all the investigation start after that. They took the body to recognize the person, and then after they start to make the investigation in that bullet, and then try to make a fix the bullet with a gun. It was just like this.
Prosecution believes that he was shot in the head with a pillow, with a muffled sound, correct, in his own home.
We don't believe that, and the prosecutor don't believe that too, because no, it was one of the things that this case brings in Portugal. It was many people start to speaking about this case. The pillow. The idea of the pillow, it's about the noise, not to make noise. But you see, if you put a pillow and you put a gun, you will make a noise too. So
it's very like a movie.
Yeah, it's just like a movie. This case, the guy really died because the bullet. It's the prosecutor shows that in court. The problem it was if that bullet. It was shooting about the gun of Mr. Antonio, and this is a technical procedures, and we tried to prove, and I think that we proven in the first decision that it was completely impossible to say that it was the gun of Mr. Antonio. And there is another thing that it was very important, because we show that the phone cells. The BTS, base transceiver stations.
The cell tower.
Yeah, cell towers. We show to the court and to all the people that it was impossible. Mr. Antonio leaves his home and went to the home of Mr. Luis Grilo and Miss Rosa Grilo in that day to make that stuff. You see, so it was these two big. Ways to prove that he was not guilty.
In an eye of a defense lawyer, your job is to prove that he's not guilty. Who would you think who's done it?
Yeah.
if the lawyer didn't do it and it's not his gun, we mentioned about the bullet that you actually draw a graph to us that there was 5 marking originally, but that you believe is supposed to be 4.
No, we can say that the gun that killed Mr. Luis Grilo, it was a gun that marked 5 marks in the capsule of the bullet.
Right.
The cops make several tests in the gun of Mr. Antonio. They make 50 gun tests. But
all are inconclusive, right?
All they say that it was 6 marks, not 5. So the gun that killed Mr. Luis Grilo, it was again with the 5 marks. Do you believe that he make or not that? I really believe that he was not guilty, because I work in crime defense 20 years. In this case, it was the first case in Portugal that the lawyers of defense built a one strong team with people that are not lawyers. You see, we have lawyers, we have recognition, emotional
psychiatrists.
Yeah, we have people from DNA, people from the police. It was the first case in Portugal that someone do that. Something just like this, you see. Usually in Portugal, the lawyers have a team, 4 lawyers that work in the case. Mm-hmm. In this case, we work outside of the box. Mm-hmm. We hired some people. They are from different areas, and I asked to all of them, look at the case. Don't think that we need to prove that he's not guilty. See with your eyes, with your technical eyes, and all this team have one conclusion: that it's impossible to say that it was the guy that made the crime.
Can you tell me a little bit about the background of the defendant? Like, what kind of job does he do?
Yeah, Mr. Antonio works in the court. Mm-hmm. It's a guy that...
So he knows the law very well.
In Portugal, from several months, the people say that he did that because he works in the court. He knows the law, he knows how to do this. But it's not true, because you see, this is a guy that works in the court, but to make the trials, it's the guy that call you. Yeah, it's
a secretary.
It's a secretary, not a prosecutor, not a lawyer, not a judge, not a cop. And now he's in his home because he's not working. Because he was just like 12 months in jail. Mm-hmm. Then when he leaves, he go to home and start to work. But he said to me that it's not possible because he cannot work, because all the people recognize him, and the colleagues in the work saying, because it was that type of cases that all the people wants to say something. And the comments and the news, it was very bad, because all the days, all the time, they speak about this case in the television, in the newspaper, in in the Facebook and Twitter.
So obviously, this is two people. There's 2 accused.
Yes.
And do you think, would it be possible that actually the wife did it, but not the lover?
Because the citizen have one lawyer, one of my colleague,
right? And
I don't speak about the other defense. You see,
the other side.
Yeah, because it's my way in work, mm-hmm. and I will stay every time in this position. I only can say to you that it's very hard to accept in Portugal when the people that make investigation don't open the mind and see different way to find the truth. They only make one way, and it is that way.
The relationship was definitely established.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so, from a prosecutor point of view, what is the motive?
Yeah, for the prosecutor, the motive, it was the money, because this lady and the victim, they have a house, they have insurance, and for the prosecutor, it was the insurance, the money of the insurers.
Because I look at the number, it's not that great.
Yeah.
It's 500,000.
Yeah.
In total.
Yeah.
So to go through that great risk.
Yeah.
To kill someone.
Yeah.
For 500,000 is not such a huge sum.
And for us, it's not possible to accept that position of the prosecutor, because you see, this was one couple. The guy, the victim, have a small company, works in the computers, and it was the only way to bring money to pay the bills in home. And the lady didn't work because in that time she was unemployed. So in our system, the legal system, if someone disappears, for us to recognize that that person died, we must wait 8 years. So it's not available.
8 years to get the money. It's not for the money. Like, who can have done it? Is there any, like, as a defense lawyer, do you portray this possibility of someone else killed it?
Yeah, I will try to answer to you.
It could be an intruder, it could be a thief, or...
I will answer to you with all the reservation that I have, because I am not his lawyer, her lawyer, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
But I just want to answer in this way. And it is a question. What is most important for us? It's our freedom, or it's our life, or it's the life of someone that we love. It's the only way can I answer to you.
It's the future for your client now.
Yeah, we don't know, because we have now the appeal to the Supreme Court. We are waiting for the decision, and we believe that probably the trial we must repeat all the trial, because this is our in our country. When we have one decision that it's not guilty, we have another decision that put our client just like guilty and sentenced to 25 years. And we make one appeal to the Supreme Court. We have 3 ways the Supreme Court can say it's not acceptable, the decision of the second court. So we want to change, and you will be not guilty again. Another possibility say yes, the second court they have the reason, so our client will be sentenced to 25 years in jail. Or the another way that I think it will be the way that the Supreme Court will take, you say something, the second court make a real one, another trial. It was not correct, so you must to repeat the trial again. And so the process will be from the Supreme to the first decision again. We need to make another trial in the first.
So if the decision can be overturned,
yeah,
it's possible,
yeah,
because of the evidence,
yeah,
and this possibility.
Yeah.
I guess the consensus is basically probably the case is judged by the affair, but not the evidence. It's not really evidence based, and it's judged by common hearsay.
Yeah. This case, it was very important here because put all the society talks about something, the relationship after I forgot the word in English. Fora do casamento.
Out of the marriage.
Out of the marriage, you see, and it was a trial. I think it was 9 months in trial, and all the people. It was a trial with emotion, not with the reason. You see.
Right. They already made the decision.
Yeah.
And the jury and probably have seen the news.
Yeah.
Even they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Great. It was really lovely interviewing you. What?
I also like to tell you something that probably my colleague will explain a little bit better if you are interested. It's also not because only the news, but it was one of the cases that been judged by jury.
Yeah.
It's not very common in Portugal to have a case. Just an additional.
It's not common.
It's not common.
It's 12 people jury.
No,
8. We have
8 here. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, 8.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but this year is quite.
It's a lot easier to decide something. We have 8 people. No.
Yeah.
Because 12. So only one person.
But I can explain to you very, very quickly. We have 3 judges. They are really
Let's talk about how
the
jurisdiction law works in this country, which is quite interesting.
Yeah. This type of cases with jury, it is not usual. Perhaps that every year we have probably.
So normally it's done by judge.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is very abnormal to have a jury.
Yeah, jury.
Why is that suddenly that we have a jury case?
Yeah, because our culture is not have jury in the courts. They only can be a court by jury in this type of cases, murder or in terrorism. And what for the defense it's very hard to work. In these cases, we have three career judge, normal judge, and then we have to select 8 persons, and of that 8 persons, 4 will be effective, and 4 substitute. And the decision you will make from the 3 judges and the 4 jury, so 7 persons.
So, what is the normal way to do a case like this?
Not
if
jury.
You don't have
Not jury, only judge.
Just one judge?
No,
3 judges.
3 judges.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, is it quite impossible to bribe a judge?
Yeah.
3 of them.
Well, impossible.